Hello, everyone. Welcome to Body of Christ Real Talk with your host, Joseph Brownlee. 15 minutes of real talk. And the real talk I'm going to be talking about is health and obesity and how we can get back on track as obesity unhealthy people. Now, before I go any further, I want you to hear something. Then I'm going to elaborate on a little bit because this is also a challenge. But I just want you to hear this. I want you to hear testimony from this young lady, and she's a black lady, about how she was able to lose weight and what was her what type of plan and what was her way of doing this, of losing weight. You might be interested in this, and then I'm going to elaborate on that, what I think about the pros and the cons on this, but it's just my opinion. Listen to this.
People want to hear that quick fix. People don't want to hear eat more fruits and vegetables, lean food, and less fried food. Nobody wants to hear it. It's like a boring story. No action. It's not a thriller. The weight that I am now, I haven't been in over 20 years. Anybody that sees me, you look so good. What are you doing? And as soon as I tell them, they tune me out. My doctor's office that I went to, she didn't have a scale that weighed me. So for quite some time, I really never knew how much I weighed. My mother would make comments, I look a little tight on you. So I finally bought a scale that went up to 450 pounds, and I got on it, and I was 430 pounds. I didn't say nothing to anyone, because I'm like, wow, you're 70 pounds from 500. Hi there.
Hi, how are you? All right.
Hi, Yolanda.
Hi, Dr. Klein.
Now you've been with us for a year and a half, and you have lost about 20% of your body weight, going from 409 to 328 pounds over the last year and a half, which is quite remarkable.
And today it was 324.
324, so even more today.
Yes.
So you broke the 20% mark. How have you been able to do it?
The biggest part of it has been the lifestyle change on eating, learning how to create new habits and better alternatives.
You achieved that very, very successfully. Yolanda achieved successful weight loss because she was able to incorporate the principles she learned in her weight management program into her daily life. But it requires a considerable amount of work and attention to detail.
You gotta start somewhere. So what I did was I committed to looking at how many calories I drank. And I just did that. And when I was up to 2,000 calories in just drinking, because you get McDonald's, everybody, okay, no soda, but you get the sweet tea. And before you knew it, you haven't eaten any food, but you've had your caloric intake for the day. We don't realize consciously of what we're drinking and eating. My skinny would be about 225, I think, with my height. I think that would be great for me. I think I'll probably be maybe a 16 or 18. Probably 18 would be great. 16, watch out. I might be on somebody's beach in a bikini.
Yolanda, how are things going? How was this week?
This month has been kind of hard for me because I was back nibbling. So what I had to do was the celery sticks again and put them on the counter. We support each other. If you have a great week, we're cheering for you. If you have a bad week, we're cheering for you. I didn't get any cookies.
I was going to ask you. It's almost like she can read my mind.
Cookies.
You didn't get any cookies?
Did you get a Kit Kat?
No, didn't get a Kit Kat. I have this thing with Kit Kats. 4 bars is 210 calories. I break it in half and I throw the half out the window. So now I've just eaten a 105 calorie snack. So I got my chocolate fix on. They said, but why you throw it away? Why you all save it till later? I said, because I'll probably have an accident trying to reach for it to pick it back up and eat the other half.
I like her. She has great joy and something about her. I like this young lady. Now I can't play the whole thing, but I would like you to look up this documentary called "The Weight of Our Nation." Now the reason I played that because she's making an effort, a strong effort to lose weight. And she's in this weight management program and stuff like that to lose weight. I think she said she was close to 600 and something pounds, so she lost quite a bit of weight. I forgot how much it was because I don't have much time since I'm only doing 15-minute increments on this. But what I wanted you to hear is the pros of what she is doing and whatever it takes for each person to lose the weight, especially when you are severely obese. When you are severely obese, there are different type of steps to take of losing the weight because every diet does not fit every person. So whatever it's going to take to lose weight. Now, the pros on that, here I go with pros and cons. The pros on that, this is not a put down on her or anybody else, so don't take it like that. The pros on that is she's doing something and she's on the right track in this weight management program because maybe her training is becoming from this weight management team on what they must do. And if you listen to my last podcast, and I know she has some eggs and she has some bacon, which is a good thing. At least she did have some meat. But I can almost guarantee you the most of the focus on this weight management, and I'm not saying it's bad, is mainly vegetables and fruit. Because I've seen them doing some salads and there's like some cabbages and stuff like that. Now, all these things are not bad. I'm not saying that. And that's a good part, especially when you're on a keto diet or something like that. That's good. Okay. But I noticed, maybe just through her training or whatever, I noticed her focus, if you heard the documentary, what was it focused on that she was eating too much of? Calories. The focus was on calories. Like most weight loss program, they focus on the calorie intake. Now I'm talking about obese people. They focus on the calorie intake. I believed it, and many other obese people believe that it was the majority of the calories we was eating, and not so much focus on what we was eating, but the calories we eating. And when you are trained or grew up believing that the main things is calories that you're eating, what happens? You think, or you have been taught, all you have to do is cut back on the calories. If you're eating this, cut this in half. If you're eating that, cut this in half. Like she was saying, she loved Kit Kats. But has she slowed down on Kit Kats, she just cut it in half. Less calories. See, the focus is on calories. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a start. That's a good start. But what the deception is, what a lot of people, I'm not saying her, but what the deception can be and what the misconception is, when you are trying to lose weight, the focus should be on carbs, not calories. The danger of you being overweight and obese is carbohydrates. It's not so much the calories. I'm not knocking calories because you can cut back on calories and still gain weight. You can cut back on calories and lose weight but still have other health issues. Why? Because you cutting back on still bad stuff that you eat. It's just like I don't eat as many mashed potatoes as I used to. I don't eat as much mashed potatoes as I used to. I just said it. I'm sorry. I don't eat as much macaroni and cheese or cheeseburgers with the buns and the bread and stuff. I cut back. I don't eat as much. She said she was eating over 5,000 calories and stuff like that per day, and that's a lot. But just say she cut it in half to 2,000 calories. What bad carbohydrates have she dropped? So the focus for most obese people is not the calories, it's the carbohydrates, the bad carbohydrates that you are eating. And a lot of times, if you don't address that, and doctors, holistic doctors that do address that, mostly weight loss doctors do not, because they focus on vegetables and cutting back and cutting a lot of sugars, which is a lot of that is good. My point is, the number one thing you have to slow down on, what I see, is sugar, first of all. But I think we need to learn how to be more carbohydrate focused, bad carbohydrates more than calories, because it starts with the carbs. Because you can cut back on calories, and then even cutting back on those calories, the half of the calories that you got left is still bad carbohydrates. You understand what I'm saying? That's the traditional American diet that I have issues, and many people have issues with, and why a lot of people are still diabetic. Because they did cut the calories, they cut out a lot of sugar, they cut out a lot of stuff, but they just cut the ice cream in half, they just cut the Kit Kat in half, they just cut the Snickers in half, which is all still bad carbohydrates. So if they was more bad carbohydrate focused, not only would they lose weight, not only will you lose weight, but your health will get better. And that's the start of reversing type 2 diabetes faster than worrying about low fat and low calories. You see what I'm saying? It's carbohydrates is the issue. See? Because even though she cut that Kit Kat in half, which is good, I'm proud of her for doing that, she still have 2 left. Just say if it was 4, you still have 2 of the dangerous stuff, that those 2 can do just as bad as the 4. It's not too much of a difference of a half of a cake or a half of a Kit Kat. You still it's not going to make it no less dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? See, those are the cons where you don't focus on the carbs, you focus on the calories. See, and that's the beauty about a keto diet or ketogenic. They found the answer. The answer is the carbohydrates, not the calories. I could eat thousands of calories as long as there's no bad carbohydrates in it and do well. You understand what I'm saying? You have people eating, young ladies eat over 4,000 calories and losing weight. Why? Because the calories that they're eating are good calories without the bad carbohydrates. So that's what you have to look at. You have to focus on the carbohydrates. I'm not saying never focus on calories, but we must focus on the carbohydrates. That is the key in today's losing weight and becoming more healthier. I know this by experience. I have learned this now myself. So what she's doing is good. And stuff like that is great. And they might even get into that. You know, I didn't listen to the whole documentary. Why? Because I only have 15 minutes to explain it, but I'm going to check it all out because I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not here to knock it. I'm for anybody that's trying. But for this beautiful lady, this black lady, that's extremely obese. She's a beautiful, too, pretty face and everything. And I want her to be successful, and I believe she will. But what I'm afraid about, that she might have a relapse because she's focused on calories, cutting the sugars and all that is good. But you looking at it as cutting it in half. When you only focus on the calories, there's always a chance that you're going to have a relapse because you focus it on the wrong thing. You need to focus on the carbohydrate intake. You need to focus on, I can eat a cheeseburger, but I just can't eat it with the bun and this other stuff. I can eat barbecue ribs, but I can't have all the other sauces stuff and bad oils. I can eat all the chicken I want, but I can't put the flour and cook it in veg. See, those are the things. That's the reverse mindset. A lot of meat that mostly overweight. She says she overweight drunk a lot of bad drinks. See, and that can make you pick her weight because she's focused on calories. And I'm going to get more into this because I don't have time. My time is running out, man. I got to get more time on this because it's very important. I'm proud of her and everything, but I'm looking at the whole documentary and see that is something going to change. But remember, the focus should be on carbohydrate consumption, not calories when you're real obese. God bless you. Joseph Brownlee, Body of Christ. Real talk, the foods that I love was killing me.